Now, it's every parent's worst nightmare, not being able to see your child for weeks, months, even years. During divorce or separation, one parent can end up manipulating their child to reject the other parent with no justification or safeguarding concerns. Janice James, a child safety campaigner from Northamptonshire, has funded new research into the long-term effects of this behaviour, and the results are shocking. We've hidden the identity of the parents in Debbie Tubby's report to protect those involved. And just to say, it's a hard watch, but it does raise some important issues.
I was their main carer all of their lives. My youngest would say I was the best mummy in the world.
Lisa from Bedfordshire emails her 2 boys every week, although they never reply. Her husband stopped her from seeing them 2 years ago, not for safeguarding reasons. They got a divorce.
I know that they're alive and where they are, but it's like they're ghosts.
She's spent almost £50,000 fighting for access through the courts.
The default should be, when you separate, that you, unless there are any safeguarding concerns, which there aren't at all in my case, that there should be a 50-50 shared parenting agreement.
A parent raising a safe and loving mother or father from their own child's life is described by experts as a brutal form of abuse, especially for the child.
I feel bad for loving Daddy. Mummy doesn't like it. It makes her so cross.
I remember really good times, playing with him, rolling around in the grass. Lots of warm cuddles.
Sean from Cambridgeshire hasn't seen his son for several years. He believes his ex-wife turned him against him, and despite fighting in the courts, he's failed to get access.
I think the worst is that the children are played through the system and made to say things that are maybe half-truths, that are turned into bigger deals, and things that are untrue against the people they love.
40% of those surveyed who were separated or divorced felt their former partner attempted to turn their child against them. 25% reported more than 20 types of alienating behaviours from a parent during their childhood. The report identifies a concerning link between increased PTSD and suicidal thoughts. It suggests a public awareness campaign and enhanced counselling for those involved.
Imagine your own parent telling you that you are not loved. And in most cases, that is not correct. It's false.
Janice James from Northamptonshire commissioned the research. She's been campaigning for 7 years.
Children's commissioners have highlighted that 1 in 5 children have a probable mental health disorder. We're marching to an abyss of mental health. This is a massive public health issue, a legislative issue, and a child protection issue.
Parents argue they shouldn't have to spend thousands of pounds fighting in court for their right to see their own children in a system that can often take too long. CAFCAS, which advises family courts on the welfare of children, says all practitioners receive mandatory training, including on how to assess a child who does not want to spend time with a parent. It's our job to understand the possible explanations, to advise the court about what is safe and in the child's best interests.
I'll always have hope. I am hopeful, but I'm also very aware that the relationship that I'd have with them is never going to be the same relationship.
Experts say this is not a gender issue, but a child protection one, which is tearing families apart, denying a child the right to be loved and nurtured by both parents and their grandparents. Debbie Tubby, BBC Look East.
And if you've been affected by that report, there is help and information on the BBC Action Line. And maybe you have your own story to tell. You can email us at look.east@bbc.co.uk, message us on WhatsApp, or of course find us on social media.